Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who are well and who taught us truth. Today's lesson will be entitled somewhere along the lines of Immortality is coming, nothing else matters, or vice versa. Nothing else matters, immortality is coming. Because, really, when you compare immortality, eternity, to this present life, it's nothing, man. This ain't nothing compared to what Yahweh Shem Yashai is about to receive unto us. But in order to receive that immortality, we got to go through that trials, tribulation, adversities, man. As it reads in Acts, the 14th chapter. But I'm going to go ahead and get this. 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. So this isn't the end, man. This isn't the end, the end all be all. This isn't our last hoorah. This isn't where, our glory just, reaches its peak. Our glory through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yashai has not reached its peak yet. This isn't the end where much glory abideth, man. Verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. So, like I said, that day of doom shall be the end of this time. So, in order to receive that immortality, we got to go through that day of doom. But once we get through that day of doom, we're going to receive that immortality. The everlasting life, everlasting rest, as it reads, man. I want to get this real quick because it said the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and that reminds me of that scripture in 2nd Ezra as well. 6 and 9. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So Esau is the end of this world. And through Esau's downfall is going to be a great day of doom, gloom, destruction. But what did it say in verse 9? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that's that immortality, starting with Yahweh Shai, coming back and saving his elect and redeeming us and bringing down our enemies, man. So nothing else matters because immortality is coming. As it reads in, we'll get this real quick, and then I'll make it in transit because I gotta get on the road. 2 Corinthians 4, verse 17. 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So this is light, man. None of this matters, as King Solomon said. With Ecclesiastes, all this is vanity and vexation of spirit. This is all light, man. None of this can compare to immortality. The promises that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yashai is about to bestow upon us, grant unto us, man, because we're not worthy of this at all. What it say? We have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of the Most High. And it also says, the wages of sin is death. We're in these fleshly bodies, man. We don't deserve this. But through the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yashai, the Israelites are going to be granted these promises, man. Verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Let's get this as well real quick. Romans 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So again, man, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So this isn't the end where much glory doth abide, man. Our glory has not reached its peak, man. It's about to go through the stars, man. Starting with Yahweh Shai. It all starts with Yahweh Shai. So I'm gonna get on the road and as I go, I'll quote scriptures as I go as well, Lord willing, through the Spirit. So as I was saying, Slakia for that. As I was saying, this isn't the end where much glory doth abide, because Yahweh Shai still has yet to receive, his recognition, his glory. Because as it says, and when Yahweh Shai receives his glory, his recognition, we're going to be joint heirs with him. And that's when you read up in that Romans 8, with verse 16. I ain't going to read it, but it's on the screen if you want to read it. But it said that what in Romans 8 and verse 16, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the sons or the children of the Most High. And if sons, then heirs, joint heirs with the Mashiach. And then it goes on to say, if so be that we suffer with him. So in order to receive, that immortality, in order to receive that everlasting life, that power, recognition, rulership, we got to suffer just as Yahweh Shai suffered, man. But at the end of the day, as we're going through this, speaking to myself first and foremost, realizing that none of this matters, man. It doesn't. That doesn't mean just throw everything out the window, quit your job, stop paying your rent, so on and so forth. But understanding that this life is vanity, and this is only a temporary house. It's only temporary. That don't mean give as Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 6, our Father's prayer, give us this day our daily bread. Don't give us too much, but don't give us too little. Use the world, don't abuse it. Understanding that we still got to live here, man. We got to endure. Can't just off yourself, hang yourself. No. We still got to live here. This is our abode. This is what we're here to do, man. We're here to endure. Because when you go into that word endure, it says what? To continue in existence. To continue in existence, man. So we got to continue. While still realizing and understanding that none of this matters. Because we're about to receive everlasting life. Peace. That's what Jake wants. Peace, rest. But this isn't our rest. As it says in Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart. And you're going the wrong damn way on bicycles. Slacky for that. It says Micah 2 and 10. Matter of fact, I'm pulling up the stop signs or a stoplight, so let me just go ahead and grab it. This is Micah 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So this isn't our home, man. This isn't our last abode. No, we're here to suffer punishments, man. And while suffering this punishment, enduring, persevering. That's what it says in Matthew 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. We got to go through this in order to receive the immortality, as it reads. What in Acts 14 and verse 22? Acts 14 and verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So we must go through tribulation in order to enter into the Most High, into the kingdom, man. But once we get to the kingdom and we go through all this tribulation, it's gonna be sweet, man. It's gonna be glorious, great, man. See how much I can get right here before this stoplight turns. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. And so like I said, man, corruption does not inherit incorruption. So we cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High as we are, man, in these corruptible, fleshly, ungodly bodies, man. We have to be changed. We must be changed. And we will be changed. None of this matters, man, because we're about to receive what everybody wants, man. Who don't want peace? Who don't want everlasting life? Who don't want everlasting rest? Who don't want everlasting peace, man? Well, it'll be boring. No, it's not going to be boring, man. It says, one day when you read in, I believe Psalm 9, it's around the 90th chapter, maybe 91, maybe 89, something like that. But it's going into how one day in the kingdom is better than 1,000 of your best days here. 144 sorry. So one day in the kingdom is going to be better than 1,000 of your best days, man. Here. And 1,000 of your best days, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, 9.8 times out of 10, those 1,000 days, there's something wicked that went on, man. That that was a great time. We smoked the fattest blunt. We had the biggest seafood bowl, and after we went out to party, paid for our drinks and paid our. See, it's all vanity and this is all vanity, man. Vexation of spirit. But what the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahshua is about to give us is something far greater, far more beautiful, far more righteous, man. Perfect righteousness. Not just far more righteousness. It's going to be perfect righteousness. What the Lord is about to give us. So it's not going to be boring, man. It also says, Isaiah, as well as 1 Corinthians, when it's being quoted. It reads that eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither hath it entered into the heart of man, what the Lord Yahweh hath prepared for them that love him. So we can't even imagine what the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahshua has prepared for us, as long as we continue to do his will and endure unto the end, and understanding that none of this matters, and not trying to play with the world and be with Yahweh Shemi Yahshua at the same time. There has to be a separation. Use the world, don't abuse it. Understanding that all this is going to pass away. As it says in 2 Peter 3 and 11. Going into 10 says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass forth with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Seeing then, verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So all this is going to be dissolved, man. So understanding that if we know that it's going to be dissolved, we also know that it doesn't matter. But what does matter is where your mind is. What does matter is where you're looking at. Are you looking at Yahweh Shemi Yahshua, or are you looking at the world? Where is your treasures, man? Are you, as it says in Matthew 6, is your treasures on earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, or is your treasures in heaven, where moth and rust doth not corrupt? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Where's your mind? Speaking to myself first and foremost. Is your mind on this world, or is your mind on immortality? That's all that matters, man. This doesn't matter. This society, this world, the wickedness and the ungodliness, the gross darkness around the society, it doesn't matter. Because the Lord is about to give us light, and has given us light, man. To arise, to awake. While everybody else is asleep, we're awake. Awake thou that sleepest, and the Mashiach shall give thee light, man. What it say in Romans 13:11? For now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Immortality is nearer than when we believe, man. Salvation, rest, peace. So none of this matters. All this is vanity, man. And we got to continue to push through it. Push through the adversity. Push through the tribulation. The persecutions. The temptations. Because once we get the kingdom, man, it's all going to be worth it. And Yahweh Shem Yahshai promised that. If we don't believe in nobody else's promises, man, we can believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshai's promise. When he said that he was going to give us our heart's desire, as it says in Psalm 37:4, I believe, around there, 37:4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. The Lord's about to give us everything, man. It's not going to be boring. There's not going to be a dull moment in the kingdom, a boring moment. Oh, damn, today was kind of boring. No. Every day in the kingdom, man, is going to be perfection. These people are bugging out on the road. It's going to be vast. It's going to vastly outweigh everything that we have ever. See, I don't know what this dude is doing. It's going to vastly, bro. These people are really. Wow. Okay. Anyways, man. Yeah, that's about it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it off there. I'm about to pull up to my destination, anyways. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to invite to the fold. And before I end it off, let you give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakwadash, and double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.